Hi, second graders. Let's do math today. We're going to do 121. So if you take a look at your paper, we'll just go through it and then you can do it by yourself. Don't forget to have your line segment with your ruler. Make sure it's on the inches side and you can write the date. Do the full version today. And don't forget to measure that line segment with your inches. Then let's take a look at number 1. On Monday, the cafeteria served 254 lunches, hot lunches. And on Tuesday, they served 329 hot lunches. How many lunches did they serve together all on these 2 days? So if you take a look over here, you will see that we have 254, and we're going to add 329. You'll do the 9 plus 4, the ones column first all of the time, and that's going to be 13. Can you have 13 in the ones column? No, you can't. So you're going to add the 5 and the 2 and the 1. So we have 8. And then we have 3 plus 2 is going to be 5. Now, some of you forgot last week, you forgot to label it. Remember? You don't want to get any wrong just because you forgot to do the label. If you did all of this adding, then make sure you do that. And of course, show your work on the workspace. You don't want to try to do this in your head. You can't. The numbers are too big now. Okay, on here, number 2, you have 12 children chose vanilla, 9 chose chocolate ice cream, and 5 chose strawberry. Why don't you find a crayon or a colored pencil and shade this in? Remember, if it's an odd number, you need to do it between because they're counting by even, by twos there. And then it asks you how many more children chose vanilla than chocolate. And you can answer that right there. Then we're going to talk about arrays. When you use arrays to find out the answer to a multiplication problem, let's say your dad is going to put some tile in a kitchen or a bathroom, and he has to find out how many tiles he has to purchase. So you would take an array like this, and this is just going to be a simple one. You're going to count here. It's going to be 2. And here, how many going across here? You don't have to count all of these anymore. You're just going to multiply the length times the width, and you have 2 times 5, 2 times 5, and you know what that is. It's 10, because you've been doing that for a while now. Same thing here. You're going to take a look at this. You have 5 here, and you take that times 3 across. You don't have to count them all up. You can just do the multiplication. 5 times 3, and you know that that is 15. So if you take a look at, come on over here with me. These are the 2 problems that are on your paper. You're going to have 2 times 7. If 2 times 7, well, you know, you've been doing that. It's 14. Did you come up with 14? Good, because that's right. And then take a look over here. You have 3 times 4 or 4 times 3. It's switcheroo. It doesn't matter which way you put them. And you will still get the same answer. And did you come up with 12? Great, because that is the correct answer. And then what you need to do is you have to use a crayon to trace a pair of perpendicular line segments in line number 3. So you'll use one of these and you have to do perpendicular. Do you remember that from last week's Monday's lesson? Remember, parallel lines are like this. They never ever touch. Go get your sheet that you can review that I gave you last Monday. And then perpendicular are this. They're intersecting. They cross, but they always cross, and you can fit a square into that. So take a look over here. You know, this is parallel, and then here you have your perpendicular. You can fit your right angle right in there. So if whether it's a T or a small t, you can still fit this in here. This is perpendicular. Perpendicular. And that was from a review from last week's lesson. Then you go over here. Be careful. You have 2 subtraction problems, 2 addition problems. If the bottom number's bigger, you regroup. You have to go over to the tens column, borrow 10 from there. Oh, is the bottom number? Oh, right here. There's more on top. No need to stop. And here you're adding. And there you're adding. Oh, and some of you forgot to drop the dollar symbol there last week. And then you get half marked off because of that. So don't forget to drop the dollar sign. Don't put a cent sign at the end. You don't need that. Then let's take a look at the back side of the paper. 121, you're going to do the same type of thing. They have another graph of fruit. You're going to use some different arrays here. And then you also have to use a crayon. Don't forget this one. Lots of kids skip right over that one because it doesn't have anything to go with it. You just have to go back to 3. And then once again, watch your signs and watch your dollar symbols. Now, when you are all the way finished, I want you to go back and write your name, but I want you to circle it with a red crayon. So circle your name in today's lesson, Math 121, with a red crayon. That's all for today. Have a good day. Bye.